You've never had a honey tangerine?
And again, I'm from Pennsylvania. I've never heard of a honey
tangerine. You
tangerine.
got to move out of there because you and your husband need to come down, and we'll try to get him a job. But I tell you, honey tangerines are the nectar of the gods. This side of Naples, a good organic navel, but the honey tangerines, I've got a couple of trees, and you'll just drool. If I have a ripe one, I'll bring it to you. Okay. This year, our fruit did not come well. Most groves down here didn't do well in their fruit this year. But look at this guy. Are you down that neck of the neighborhood, JG? I didn't know you were down there. You're in Florida. It would be a nice day trip for you and the wife some weekend. You could then do a video on the wonderful fruit you brought. I had a big mango here one day because I got down to Pine Island and it was like, oh, wow. Pine Island is an island down off of Fort Myers here. It's naval, and it's Coconut Haven, Lychee Haven, and well-known man. Dr. Jensen used to fly here, and that's where he headed because the mangoes are like, voila, way out there. Huge Valencia mangoes were his and my favorite. They are so much better than the Haydens and other ones. Now, also a good resource is the tropical fruit growers of South Florida. Heard about them. You can search by the fruit. Yeah, I heard about them. Thank you, JG. Thank you, man. If you're close, come see me one of these days, JG. Get a picture of those eyeballs of yours. Organic Heart. I like that name. Mm-hmm. Funny how when you eat cheese before bedtime, you are most likely to have nightmares. I never thought about that. Yeah. I don't do cheese. I don't do cheese well. Can't say that once in a while I'm out and it doesn't come on a salad and I just take it off as much as I can and eat it. But forget to say, sometimes you forget to say, hey, does it have this? Does it have that? Does it have this? I mean, but I've just never been a cheese person. I think when they heat the cheese and it's like the glob. It's like a glob. It sticks and it's, ooh. I can't deal with that. That's it. I'm totally on board with the understanding that parathyroid and adrenal issues can cause depression along with the weak tissue sensations. I cannot believe the difference in my emotional state after working on the parathyroid issue. Good work. Good work. How do you pronounce that name?
Monkeys, demons.
Huh?
Monkeys, demons.
Oh, yeah, monkeys, demons. I said that before. I just wanted to see if you agree. Okay. I cannot believe the difference. Agree with the female cystitis stuff, too, with adrenal and kidney weakness and unbalanced hormones, saw it with friends and family. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. A lot of cystitis out there, but, and now the latest, of course, is polycystic syndromes, like polyovarian syndrome, polykidney syndrome. Hello. Good thing it wasn't somebody's name again, like Wolff-Parkinson syndrome or something like that, Here's Dano. That boy needs some hair. We're going to get some hair for these people. They don't believe me.
He's even looking up at it.
Look at it. Now, you've been to my school. Right? Yes. Real interesting about the MRI, not being able to see problems. Absolutely. You can't see acidosis in the body with MRIs, CAT scans. You need something a little more hard. So if we just sit and watch your inflammation and your pain, it'll someday show up. When you deteriorate the tissue or when you have a hardened mass, sure. Oh, my God. Yeah. I know. Unless there's some density of acidosis. Absolutely. These guys get it. And I love this. These guys are getting it. People are still in pain. Thanks, man. True. To think another wasted procedure to look. Yeah, well, it makes some pretty good money. What is an MRI now? About $2,500, $3,500? I can get a CAT scan done for about $1,800 down here for somebody. Hospitals generally charge about $35 now, I think. Wow. Mm-hmm. To think another wasted procedure to look for the golden key. Isn't that interesting? This guy's a really cool guy. Need to get him hair on him, though. You're absolutely right, Dano, man. I just think that this is so unreal. The simplicity of what we all know here and the level of the regeneration of this and the genetic remembering of this is so incredible. And when you look at all this wasted stuff and all the damage to tissue. Now, MRIs are not so bad except for the dyes, but the anything ultrasound, a little bit better. But the CAT scans, my God, those should be antiquated. It's like rolling an old CAT scan machine in the old garage and letting cobwebs get on it. We should be way advanced over that. Magnetic frequencies and just one Star Trek, you zip up around their physical body, you'd know the frequency of every cell, every microbe, you'd know what microbes are where what cells, what level of morphology they're at, or level of genetics. You could do everything with just one scan, like a thermography scan, but one scan, but you're registering frequencies.
Yeah.
We can make an MRI machine.
Yeah.
When you were rubbing Drew's back, that was interesting to me. Where can I get a chart to show me how to do that? Touch for Health. These are Touch for Health charts. They got new names now. I forget some of the names, but this is Touch for Health, Kinesiology. It'll show you these spots. My husband would like me to do that for him. Of course. Well, I was showing him muscle testing.
Oh, yes.
And I'll show you guys in the school, you know, and I was working on Drew's side because he's always complaining about being cold. So he's on a glandular, and now he's warmer. So I just wanted to show him to test it, because you can test any part with your hand that's strong or weak. And then I showed you how you strengthen these tissues up there. We'll do more of that in school. Linda Lou. I love that name. Where are you from, Linda Lou? Lean. You know, when you see that, well, I won't get into that. I got to be careful. I get too political sometimes, and it's like, when you're beat up by something, you tend to incorporate. I'm trying to lose that because I don't want people to get. This is Indiana Banana again, dear Morse, about those legs. Still gnarly and reddish, but the knot is down to about the size of a BB. Ooh, that's good. Well, Dave, you got to really keep moving until that leg looks as pretty as a newborn baby's butt. All right? To be persistent, totally disappearing. Absolutely. He had a big old tumor on his leg, and now it's down the size of a baby. Still red and everything. Well, heck yeah. But once you get that lymph, and you keep filtering those kidneys, Indiana Banana, and you get that lymph moving, that'll all turn nice and pretty like a regular leg again. Oh. I see 303. This is a nice lady. She's been really helpful here a lot. 1 second. She's talking to this other one.
She's talking to someone else, yeah.
The Coral video, although I preferred this version, Mr. Coral takes orders only by phone because he wants to have a personal connection with the people he sells his fruit to, which says a lot about the kind of person. I wonder who that. Tell me more about that 303, about this Coral. Mr. Coral and his fruit. I know it. I tell you, I've had all kinds of dreams. Everybody does that's into health. Dreams of having fruit farms, and dreams of having all kinds of things like that. But I think that things are going to happen to where we might even be communal living again. I really do. I mean, when you look at the people out of work and there's people having more babies, there's no work, the houses are so ungodly expensive. I think TP manufacturers, you ever see these new TPs they make? And these new like huts that they have out in northern Russia and stuff. They have these neat things you can buy. You can buy a teepee, an Indian teepee, has a kitchen in it and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. See? And a fraction of the cost of a $250,000 house. And you're close to the family.
Hey, yeah, really close to the family.
Really close. Well, what you do is you have mama teepee, mama and daddy teepee, and then you have little baby teepees. And you have gardens, and a walkway to each one of them. One of our healing centers, we're going to be there. We're going to have individual houses, but we wanted the domes. In Florida, this Buckminster Fuller's dome concept, I don't know why they ever didn't take that on, because where you have high winds, where you have hurricanes, why would you have square houses? Yeah. It's easy to push over a square house, but a dome, you ever see a geodesic dome? They're all hooked together with triangles. The harder the wind blows, the better that dome sits on the ground.
Wow.
Great design. I love domes. The air doesn't hit corners, so air's circulating, fraction of the costs. And I would love to see that. I was going to have a healing center, the main lobby, a big golden dome. God's herbs, a big golden dome with golden mirrored light that reflects beautiful flowered grounds. And then you go out to little places of smaller domes and stuff. Never seen that dream come true, but I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, it would
so futuristic, so beautiful, in a dome where you have the whole light see-through glass, you have the heavens coming in on you. Always wanted a dome home. This is a new lady on here too, Keek Beek.
Keek Beek, yeah.
Keek Beek. Hi, Dr. Morse. It's Angela from Maryland. I work in an elementary school. All right. And I used to always comment on how so much food gets thrown into the trash. Oh, there's kitty cats and dogs out the back. We can always make them sick.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen the light in terms of nutrition, I no longer try to catch the milk. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, don't catch the milk. Matter of fact, don't let the animals eat it either. I don't know. What are we going to do with that toxic substance?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with all the toxic milk on the planet? Nothing likes it.
Yep.
You know, does bacteria even bother it? I don't know anymore. It's like, ew, you're making the bacteria sick.
Yeah.
Can you make bacteria sick? Absolutely. And don't make them mad either. I'm no longer trying to catch the milk as it's being thrown into the garbage or the cereal or the hamburgers. Oh, honey, I'm glad you caught the light now, sweetheart. The bananas and the apples, yes. I love you, doctor. I love you too, sweetheart. Thanks for this great comment, honey. Proud of you, sweetheart. You go with this girl and you run with this, okay? We're just tapping the surface of this big mound of papers.
Oh my goodness, I know.
This is Daniel again. Dr. Morse, I'm wondering about the glandular for the parathyroid from CalMut Plus. Well, it's not, that's what it's called. It's from Standard Process. Now, there's controversy with Standard Process. We are investigating that because we are not having anything. It's not top-notch. You never know. I mean, companies can lie to you. Standard Process used to tout, they have their own farms and all organic. Now there's controversy whether they're using organic or not. And it's like, if they're not, they need to be held accountable. This is beyond. But this is the ways of an unethical company. Any company that would, for a while, sell you organic. Now, I felt sorry for the Rise and Shine guy because remember he was in our class, the last one.
Rise and Shine.
Yeah, he was the one up front with the lady that wrote the book on the veggies.
I know who you mean.
Remember
Yep.
him?
Yep.
And he was telling that they got so busy, he was buying his herbs from Blessed Herbs, which Michael had a good thing going for a while. Mm-hmm. And then they got so busy that he started buying commercial. And that's when they had serious trouble. They found herbs from China and really bad stuff, and people got sick. And it's like, I'll never do that.
Yeah.
If we can't get them, we can't get them. But I'll never buy commercial herbs. Forget that. Yep. That's insane. I'll never compromise. Ever. And the only way we'll use plastic unless there's nothing else available. And that's, we almost had to one time because there was absolutely nothing else available. Everybody was out of glass. And it's like, oh no, I don't use plastic. You know, and it's like, you know, we have to deal with the market and what we can get. And it's like, oh no. Because Richard Schultz used to put his superfood in plastic for years. And he'd say, Richard, why would you put your superfood in plastic? Now he's going to glass, but it took him years to go to glass.
Yeah.
Richard? All right. I'm a little weary of taking it because if I eat anything other than the fruit, I feel inflammation and stiffness. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to take it, man. I'm wondering if it need to go this route. Maybe try other methods first. You could try the endocrine gland formula. See if that'll help with that, because that'll pick up the pituitary, thyroid. It'll probably help the parathyroid as well, so I would take the endocrine gland formula. I wonder if you need to do this right now. First with adrenal and thyroids. Do the endocrine gland formula. Tall and thin, bruise easy. See, he's tall, you can tell he's thin, he bruises easy, and definite cracking joints. This is the thing. I worry about this guy with that because he really needs to overcome that. Now, the fruit's going to help with the flavonoids on the bruising easy, but this is a parathyroid, sure. Mm-hmm. So, and you can see without the hair here, you're really going to suspect pituitary. No question about that. I'd really then pop up on the pituitary and do the endocrine gland formula kaboot there, Daniel, and see if that'll help pull you out of that.